How you doing? This is Eric Johnson with Cicada Paranormal, and this is your weekly update for your Spirit News broadcast. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get going. I was just thinking, there's some people that have some concerns about what I'm doing because I'm Christian, and and the people that are concerned are also Christian. And believe me, I understand their concerns, and maybe my mind spirits can help explain a little better about what's going on. They're afraid that I'm being deceived, and I'm taking this information from them, from the broadcast. And this broadcast, it can be deceptive because this one, Chris, the spirit, in other videos prior have already claimed that or he'll be there lying, while the other spirits are trying to say something, and then Chris will be saying something opposite of that and against them. And there's other spirits on the other side or something that are cussing us out, mocking us as we're trying to communicate and relay this message, but we've blocked them out. And how that's done, to keep them from mocking us, and in order to block them out, we use the 82 Spirit Box app, and it's not an AM/FM ghost box. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Okay, where are we going on here? These foolish astronauts. They want to survive, but they don't want to take a chance. They take the risk. They see Eric's a farmer. He's doing the work. They admit they're all sinners. I'm a sinner. If they treat their body with these vitamins, it's good for my information. Hello? Is that Wes? The modern man in the Interceptors. Oh, he did the dishes. What's the difference? It's more than a man and his genetics can tell a Christian in God to reflect Dr. Joel in this voice. Everything's on sale. Well, Daddy, this guy, he's lost. I bet that he could. It's becoming a habit. We circle the sovereignty, and this induces something to say that we will be looking at these foolish astronauts for another 20. These guys. Okay, let's talk about what we're doing here. Let's talk about what you guys are doing. Let's see. It takes faith in this work, and keeping faith in this, in hope, is working in my information. Really, it's Jeff, and he's in Modern Man. And that's what happens under this new thing in the first place in your body. Check this out. The difference is the movement in the genetics and the vitamins you take and the beer drinking and the things you reflect in your wallet. And, well, everything's on sale. Your life's not boring. And the maker is proof that he sticks to the persons who are powerful in the dream. For land's sakes, Jeff, I realized that I would say oh no, let's listen to their moves. Ancient takeaways in these things. He must like it. 1,000. This weekend is lost. I'm checking on this. Hang on. This information again. In the office. Hang on. Be nice. Come on, he can't stand it. There's a lot of movement in this. Hang on. There's too many people talking at once. There's a lot of coincidences in here right now. Hang on. Good Mars, we need to come on with us. Call the temple. In the American restaurant, it switched us in the brain. I'm kidding. Listen, whatever you are going into these sermons. Come on, Mars. The lady is worried about Robert in self .com. If you use the signal and you lie, then you're a farmer. And you're browsing. He's 20. It's been his graves. This doctor's. He wants to report like a psycho. But, darling, I'm lucky my button. You're my lucky button. Come here. Come on, he's just outside. He throws a fit. For the first, I want to say, it's just another little stupid change. And it broadcasts all these silent seeking injuries all the time. You never try to serve all this. It's a bad act, and God, come on, nice shooting. He's indicted. You got him. You received God. And it goes into these 43 angels who have been changing your prints. They're well. Trust this. Any averages, what's up? It changes immediately. You will hear some more. Wow, it sounds like a bunch of crap to me. He's laughing. Okay. It comes from the movement. We're carrying on an extra. Okay. What do you guys think about? Is there any headlines today? What's on the headlines today? No, blah blah blah. Let me check with them. Hang on. Worried about self in the woods with all these natural immunity and these issues. I think it's in the lunatic. His decisions are destruction. He's like Superman in here. It can't do nothing to him. He's unmovable. What's he doing? He could back it up like Oliver North. And how you do that is you sing a song and then you join in with these guys. And it'll make things peppy in the soul. $2 for you guys. There's something in here now that's supernatural. Come on, there's something wonderful. If you take your vitamins, you'd have to be CIA in this. He must have dropped out. It seems that the Savior is changing the landlord into something much more fun, and you're connected. He thought he would. Dude, he's really intense. Come on, Tom. There's this new. Who's Tom? What? He's going to visit. You're going to take the sinner and deliver the vaccine to him. Don't lie. He's a conservative. He'll stand for you. Don't worry. The broadcast will cause this. Get out! Get out! The difference is here that us in humanity will heal the bad, and we plead for Dr. Joel that he will help us. Since September 11th, there was these plants that were changed, and overnight in the restaurant, and they were served good Mars. He's probably kidding. I'll get you. Okay, in your Savior, you've lost these ladies. Yep, that's true. Oh man, yeah, they didn't want nothing to do with this. Because of the signal, because it lied, it caused you to have faith in certain information in the priest, which caused you to become the Boy Scout. And in this, he thought that for Osiris would move today, but his reflexes are state of the art in the system. Face it, he will not lie. And I don't know about that. Who's that? God. Okay. Well, I believe that then. Okay. If it's God, I know God won't lie. But that you sure ain't God. Chris, It's in the lenses. His lens is on you. Don't do it. He's moving. He's going. Wait a minute. Your paper technology is the best. In the image, I get the signal that comes through. I'm checking on this. Hang on. This psychopath. The father is handing you the chance, full time, to warn them about the visit. Man, I don't know how else to say this. They're silently seeking these injuries all the time. They're right there. Look, all you gotta do is think of somebody. All right, that's all you gotta do. Think of somebody. Boom, there they are. That's them. That's them. Okay. Bush wouldn't show you the message sent to people. He didn't want you to know. Nice shooting. Now, is this thing on? It depends. Are you still here? If you count cow prints, they will shout $2 extra, and the interceptors. Pall Mall. If you look into this, the government, beer drinking, classic Christians, and the money is lost, and the addiction is hidden, and a lot of these CIA honest. Let me lay it out. So let me make these decisions. Jeffrey and you got me. Okay, we think so. I don't like it when you do this and you obstruct this, what I'm saying. And this broadcast, he's trying to keep it within the tree trunk. He's backing it up like a vaccine. This lunatic takes thought, and it misses some, and sometimes epigent. You're censoring it. And that's what can happen when you're watching it like a thief. Now, the difference is he saves more than enough to confess that he's a Christian here, and really he's blinded in his words. And double check into these things which are lost. I would say we're making it through. The most of this in the circle of sovereignty is formally what? Some days he just switches. He realizes that the science is 100% catching attention. He dropped out. It's called ancient. What? We think you're connected. Don't lie. He's fractured. It's his servant. What's his thesis? What? Hey, what's the origin? In the events, the man will assemble and start causing the risk in humanity. You have to admit, steady in these people, Dr. Joel is a change of God in us. And the act to eat with the right food with nutrients. Does the Lord keep us from He giveth? Chemical free food ready to eat. It's left. It's poison now. What's the combo? In the signal, he's trying to molest the Father in your thoughts. And the status quo, the world will love to report back this information. In God, I love you. He will obtain the food. Yesterday, it wasn't so. Today, next week, he's causing a problem. The asylum seekers won't face a lie. You're a Superman, and the topical issue and the conversation God gave you can change you. You need to learn Latin. Well, what do you do? I don't want you to spend your time brain freezing these memorats. In this system, it's a survival. Be careful. God is changing him. Now, Chris. Now his technology is the best. He lies. He fears. He's spoiled. I'm checking with this. Hang on, the psycho. His interceptors says that the prophecy. Check this out. But your thoughts are part of the tree trunk, and you're expecting it. This movement from the paper money to change, and the operations in the psyche are a variation that we. No. I just looked. Hello. The power hour is here. He implements the habit to be stupid. So he shut up. So he is not well. He's kidding. In others, typical headlines that you put forth, this face, you're going to say, he sees us. Hang on. Wait a minute. Where are you guys? I see you. All right. What's up? Hey. What's that? First, I would like to say thank you. What? Oh, all day. I'm sorry. Try that again. It's a lot. I had a lot of fun. Here, my lucky. It's fun time. Let's pause this. Shoot. Oh, the money went. Oh, it's classic crap. Dear, it's another stupid little thing. Incel. What's this? Hello? Hello? He's married to them one night, and he induces the self because he realizes that they were in prison and entangled in the mind. Honestly, he can't wait to get. She said that poison in the servant, and your radar is on the prince. He's checking on this, and he's shouting, "Take it off." Told him in the first place. You know what the difference is? You need to take thought about your country. And he's filming this. You got to act. Good Mars. Take a chance. Okay. I'm freezing, he says. It's cold in here. You've lost 80 proof in the science in a sense that all these new pizzas, peanuts, hereafter, my mind, from this thing, what? Doctors don't love to blow their noses on their graves right now. What's mommy? What's the origin of this thing? Is it geographical thoughts? He dropped out. It's in his intestines. Peanuts. He called that thing. You're connected. Doctor dead. Doctor. That God forbid that he lets you eat food. The process this and what's wrong? Well, okay, you take the risk formally, like in these magazines, 24/7. That doctors have been warning you. Immediately, another 20 people are poisoned. This priest, how does he know if the Lord is doing it? Admit it. It's probable that it's from the signal that comes through from my information in the internal left. You ready for this? I'm checking it out full time, and it's through the beer drinks and the genetics today. He's advanced to lead this path. When the time comes, you will say, okay, well, I guess I'll put it on and try it. And then the spokesman will produce the critical issues in self and start conversation in the brain and it won't be so bad with the vandals, and they'll start calling you names and everything, but you'll see what they want to show you at the same time, and it's safe, and if you're laid back and you're conscious of what we're doing, and it depends on the technology, and this is a status quo. If it's free, it doesn't cost nothing. This doesn't cost anything. If you have a cell phone, you can do what I'm doing right now. Well, plus you got to have a camera too. But you take your time when you're doing this. This is most powerful. And if you don't know the gospel, don't do this. You have to be able to use the spirit of truth to discern what the difference is between truth and lie. And knowing the difference between, the gospel, and just knowing the difference, to not go out and kill somebody because Lucifer says he's Jesus and he wants you to go kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Get it? Okay. Anyway, so you would think I would say that. No, not others. Others, not you personally. You're past this thing. Our servants are conservative now. My Lucifer don't give those instructions anymore. He's just what does he do now? He just copies my sentences. He must be part of the movement. He survived. First, I'd like to just say it's part of the act, and it's in the image. So I'm here with you. Just it's hard to prove this. These disciples are in the circle of sovereignty, and it's chemical free. He's frozen. Don't quit it. It's frozen. What to do? Bind him? Yeah. That's awesome. But so, and these ancient things, guaranteed to join in your here with God. Yes, and Lucifer, and the devil, and the Holy Ghost, and the soul. Yet, just being honest, and we pray, and this causes it to save us. And the bad ones will try to seduce you. They will curse God, of course, and they'll mock you. But at the same time, if you hear this, and then they can hear themselves and know that that's not right. Good Mars. And then they start changing. But if it's just in the mind, then they don't really take thought about the separation, and they're not elaborating in the mind about God, and we do. So there's a big difference between other Christians and what I'm doing. I literally elaborate with all of them every day, all day. So the singer reports back, and darling, I'm way too tired to be shouting all of this stuff now. This is getting old too. It's part of my testimony now. For a year after this thing called Only in the World, we're already changing in this asylum. I mean, there's a lot of people that are ready for this move, but they just but God must be in there, and those rascals. It's not like it goes on you. It's part of everything. 24/7 is connected. He's a criminal. You just need to. I could see that there's a point in this Christian. Peanuts. Yeah. He can just defend him. There's a thing on his thoughts that you're going to take. Don't lie. And there's a signal that comes through, and it reports back, and it's unique. He's being mean. Aww. Don't get it. Oh, that's mean. No, so what? That doesn't give you any excuse to say that. You're asking about these asylum seekers in the first place. Ever since a lot of these things in God, they pre-rented these things and you received it. God gave it to you. So personally, I'll resume. He dropped out. I thought he was in here. Oops. What's up? David, you're connected. Now, what? He's messing with you. Is David connected? Yes. Would you agree with him? You've only fooled self. Just a minute. Are you going to take the risk here? It's terrible. And these vitamins, he's going to love it. The dead will never rise. And you put this in your thoughts and you wash it through the federal forthright, and the genetics is absolutely not in the wallet. That's true. Your lights are powerful here, and it's a part of the topical issue. And since September 11, this old goat, what weren't so worshipful, they want royalty, and what they don't like is our attention from the people, and they're checking it on the people, and the people are checking in on the food, and they're starting to notice that these concerns are growing, and the servants that are in us are starting to try to compete against the government for the food, that all these food international corporations that are sending food into our country, and we need to be growing our own food. America's got to take control of our own money, and today, we, instead of sitting around doing all these awkward things and these bad acts, they're all guilty. They should all be indicted, all of them. That's why I'm calling. God is going to induce the word, and in the brain, he's going to cause a chemical-free strike, and it's going to be an injury to those who would start and cause problems. And on the touch, a lot is going to start mending. So drink away like a sinner, and you'll be in this. It's a lot of coincidences in this technology. It's the best to be conservative, to stick out, to understand the difference. In the first place, the difference is you got to get out. So back to work. Man, he was totally on me, man. My son, all these injuries can cause a difference in us, and if you could convince all these, what are you trying to say? He's fast into the cycle of the circle of sovereignty. These farmers are extreme, and whether you know they're in your body or not, they're always going to be speaking to you. And out of all these authors are simple and they're ancient. And if I broadcast and this like a habit to them, and it will mock the averages, and the Father will indeed accept it as good advice if I obtain the Boy Scout. The difference is I'm causing it a safety in God for bad news in the identity, but God is going to protect us, and He's cause us to enjoy the American restaurant. Oh, okay, he's just switching it. That's a okay. We're at 29 minutes here. Got any last words, guys? The power is on, and the criminal is left the room. Dear Robert, has he arrived? Affirmative. There's this thing. First, I would like to say thank you, Mars, for broadcasting us to these people. The power to join in is enormous, and if you screw up, darn it, nice shooting, darn it. Look at this guy. He changed everything I was going to say. Okay, close it. He says, stop it. If in our identity, there's a prophet, and these are the requirements to strike the movement in self. So, with that being said, I'm Eric Johnson. This is Cicada Paranormal. And this has been your weekly Spirit News broadcast. A little update for you. And I hope something good came out of that. And if you liked it, man, throw a big thumbs up on it. And if you really think you might know somebody who might be interested in moving forward spiritually, share this with them. Maybe they might just like it for the humor, and they can join in. So, appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And like, subscribe, and share, and spread the word. Thank you. Bye.